everybody. I go by Ish, and yes, I'm aware that I'm a pair of sunglasses and white pants away from looking like Pitbull. I really enjoy being bald, but I don't like being told I look like a mix between Vin Diesel and Andrew Tate. It's because I'm actually the complete opposite. Like, I love women and I hate my family. But I do have a problem with telling the whole truth. Like, I recently ran a 10K and I told my friends that I came in third, but what I didn't tell them was I came in third in age group 50 to 65. Mothers of 3 or more. I was the only one without a C-section scar, what I'm trying to say. So, I also have a problem with ordering too much food off of DoorDash. My issue is when I pick up my food, it's like $12, but then when I go to check out, all of a sudden it's $47. Like, that math isn't math for me, right? So the one time I checked the receipt and it was like food total, delivery fee, transaction fee, sales tax, tip, fuel fee, all normal. Walk to the door fee. Oh, it's raining outside fee. Fee, fi, fo, bum. Bitch, I know you're hungry fee. Fuck you, pay me fee. Hey, look over there. Oh, made you look fee. So growing up, my mom was Jehovah's Witness, and we weren't allowed to celebrate birthdays because it's against the religion. My mom was cool though, so she still got us gifts, but she made us swear to God not to tell anybody. Thanks. So one of my favorite things to get was a new pair of shoes. And the problem was I couldn't even wear it around my family members because they were part of the religion too. But I feel like this heightened my experience when I got to school because none of my family members were in my school. I swear, when I showed up to school with a new pair, I was like a completely new person. Like, I used to hold my pants up just so everybody could see my new shoes. And be like, yo, Eric, check out the shoes, check out the shoes. And Eric I really liked because his birthday was around mine. And one year he got new shoes, but Eric was white, so his walk was more like this. I'm actually a proud father to a bunch of cats. I hope you didn't think I meant kids, did you? Because that's fucking gross. Do we have any single guys in here? Alright, so listen up. I know I don't give off kitty vibes, but I have some good advice for you, okay? If you're ever dating a girl and she has a cat, you better be nice to it. Because it's actually a test of how you're going to treat her cat. Are you following? Yeah. So ask for permission to touch the cat. Be gentle with the cat. And whatever you do, don't go straight for the butthole. Trust me. My wife is way out of my league, and when people ask me how I got her, I just say, oh, I'm really fucking good with cats. No, but I did marry a beautiful Italian woman, Mamma Mia. It was her goal in life to marry a Hispanic guy, so she landed on the whitest Puerto Rican on earth. We do therapy together, and I actually really like it, because I learned a lot. Like, sir, did you know you're supposed to listen to your wife every time she talks to you? It's a lot of pressure, but I'm working on it, okay? But I also found out recently my wife doesn't know what a glory hole is. Yeah, it's the apple of my eye, I swear. So we were listening to a podcast and the guy mentioned it, and I laughed. And she's like, what's a glory hole? And I was like, I swear when she asked me this, I was like, my eyes turned into a slot machine that just hit jackpot, like ching, 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 ching. I was like, you really don't know what a glory hole is? She's like, no, what is it? I was like, well, it's a really good restaurant that's like a hole in the wall, and people try to keep it a secret that way not people go to it. So, oh, that makes sense. I'm like, yeah, because that's what it is. So a few days go by and I asked her, I was like, so did you find any glory holes? And she's like, well, I asked the girls in the group chat, but they said they would never tell, which I think is pretty selfish of them. There really is no end to this joke, because I refuse to tell her what it actually is, because she still has one up on me. Like, can you clap if you know what a hall pass is? Okay, some of you know, some of you don't, and the rest forgot how to use your hands, which is okay. I'm gonna explain it to you real quick. So real quick, a hall pass is something you give to your spouse that allows them to sleep with someone famous with 0 repercussions. which is why I live in constant fear that Troy Aikman's gonna sleep with my wife. Listen, my wife is really smart, but she doesn't fully understand what a hall pass is. Like, my hall passes are, Dua Lipa, Rihanna, Jason Momoa. The point I'm trying to make is supposed to be someone that you'll never actually meet. Now, her hall pass is Troy Aikman. But the problem is, she works for a local news station, so she's met him several times. It's not funny. The most recent time she met him, I knew he was going to be stopped by her job, and she knew I was worried about it. And the first thing she says when she gets home is, "Hall pass activated!" I still don't know if she was joking or not. But she continued to say, "So did you hear Jason Momoa's in town filming a new movie?" Which I replied, "Hall pass activated!" Do you guys know who the motivational speaker Tony Robbins is?
Yeah.
Good. He's like 6'7" and 2 feet of that's just his head. He's so big, he makes horses jealous. And to top it all off, he has a voice of Batman on Adderall, like lots of Adderall. So my dumb ass decided to sign up for his 3-day event. And looking back, I had there's no reason for me to be there. I mean, I barely graduated high school, and all of a sudden I'm gonna listen to Mr. Ed. So he starts off by telling us how fear allows us to make our everyday decisions. And he's like, if you've ever experienced fear before, say I.
Aye.
Thanks. I met this guy, and he says, "Tony, I want to start my own business, but I can't stay away from the drugs." He's like, "Drugs aren't your problem, just look at me. Fear is your problem, buddy." He's going through the spiel the whole first day, because at the end of the first day, the big event is we all get to walk on fire. We get so fearless that he teaches us how to walk on fire. Did you guys know firewalking's been around for thousands of years? It's actually used by many different countries to show courage and strength. Do you know what country doesn't use it? America! Yeah, we much rather show our courage and strength through Twitter comments. So he starts giving us directions, which is walk straight on the fire and look slightly up. Once on the fire, repeat cool moss, cool moss, cool moss. Because that's not something a cult would say, right? And then when you get to the end, stomp your feet in the water. So now everybody's walking outside and they're chanting, "Yes, yes, yes." And it was at this point that I realized, I really need to stop acting white. I mean, it's not working out for me. Like, I never would have ended up in this bad episode of Black Mirror if I just acted like my kind. So we're getting close to the fire and I can see it, and it's this big courtyard in front of a hotel. And you can see all the people in their hotel rooms looking out like, what the fuck is going on here? So finally it's my turn, and I'm scared as shit. Do you guys remember what I was supposed to say when I walked across the fire? Yeah, me either. So I just screamed, "Mama say, Mama sama, Makusa!" I burned the hell out of my feet. And I'm walking back in the building all hurt, and I'm just observing everybody else. And they're walking back to the building like they just got a new pair of shoes. As if I can't see the smoke still coming off their feet. I'm like, there's no way I was the only one that got hurt, right? So the next day comes around, and we actually made the national news. The snitches at the hotel called 911 saying that there were devil worshippers outside lighting each other on fire. They reported dozens of people had 2nd and 3rd degree burns. I mean, I was surprised by that. But, I mean, we were on TMZ, CNN, ET, and all these assholes use the same footage of me. Guys, that's my time. Thank you very much.